Last week, our next guest led his team to victory against the Miami Heat. Took home a 5th NBA championship from your world champion San Antonio Spurs. Here's Tim Duncan, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Number 5. Remarkable accomplishment. Congratulations to you and the rest of the team. San Antonio, and don't take this the wrong way, but I think a lot of people don't think of San Antonio as a real hub of basketball. I'm wrong because you won 5 championships.
Yeah, we've done all right.
Yeah, you've done pretty well. Now, I saw a videotape. Was that you and your family getting out of that van? Are the kids here?
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I've got 2 kids.
Do you mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah. They're back there. If they put their iPads down, they'll...
If they put their iPads down. Hello, kids! Now, tell me about their role in your life with regard to basketball, championship basketball. They're on cloud 9, or you're just dad, or what is it?
You know what? My daughter was born 3 days after my championship in '05. My son a month after '07. So this is the first one they've got to actually be a part of and actually witness and understand what was going on. So they had a blast with it. They had a great time. I tried to keep them involved in everything, did the interviews with them, kept them with the trophy, everything else. So they really understand and they really love it this year.
And when it comes down to a playoff season, the tension, the atmosphere in the house must change a little bit because each game is a little more important than the previous game. Does that affect the kids, or is this something they've come to expect from Dad now?
No, I try not to. I try not to act that way around them. Whenever they're there, I try to turn it off and just be Dad. But yeah, it's hard because I just get focused and I'm not very personable.
Now you've won. That's the parents, you know, that's overrated, really. Being a personable parent, forget it. 5 NBA championships. This is, I think this is delightful, and I'll tell you why. Not that anybody cares. The game, especially basketball, most other games also, but especially basketball, focused on the individual. Who's going to go where? Who's going to play there? Is so-and-so twisted his ankle? But in your community, San Antonio, it's not necessarily that way, although you have superstars on the team. You play a different kind of basketball there?
Yeah, we do. We've evolved over the years and really changed it. Pop's done a great job in the last 4 or 5 years.
Greg Popovich?
Greg Popovich, yes.
Now, what's his deal? How does he know these things?
I don't know. He just knows. He makes the right decisions. He does it over and over again.
Right.
So I gotta think he actually knows what he's doing.
But did he play basketball? Did he play professional basketball?
He played a little bit. He played a little bit. He likes to say he played a long time. I don't think he ever played.
Didn't really play, no.
No.
But now, 5 championships is pretty impressive. It's beyond pretty impressive. It's unfathomable. So why don't other people say, hey, you know what they're doing down there in San Antonio? We should try that.
Yeah, don't keep saying that. I'd rather people keep doing what they're doing.
Now help me out with this. The difference between what you're doing and the rest of the league is doing is great, small.
It's not that great. Obviously, it's about talent, and you got to put the right people in the right place. We've been blessed to have a mixture of both. We have great talent. We have Manu and Tony, who have been there for a long time. We add a bunch of young guys, the MVP, Kawhi and Danny Green, and we add all these different pieces, and Pop's done it over the years. And then we all buy into the fact that we don't care who does it. We just want to win.
Right. Now, the current MVP that you mentioned, somebody was telling me earlier that when you won your championship MVP, he was 7. Is that about right?
Yeah, that sounds
like
about right.
Good Lord,
Unfortunately, that sounds about right.
how is that possible? And you get players from different countries.
Yeah.
Now, who's in charge of that, and is it legal? Can you legally be doing that?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, we're about to lose a couple championships if that's not the case.
But who knows? Oh, well, let's go after a guy in Italy. Let's go after a guy in France. Who knows that?
I always give Pop a lot of junk because for the last however many years, 10, 12 years, we had the draft, and I always tell him every year, I'm not watching, I'm not looking, I don't care. And every year I end up sitting there and watching. And every year we draft some guy whose name I don't know or can't pronounce, and the chances of me seeing him are 50-50. And but over the last couple of years, you look at our roster, and these are the guys that we've drafted. We've left them overseas, or we've developed them in-house, and these guys have turned out to be real players. So
it's interesting, and again, a bit of a surprise that we have NBA caliber talent other parts of the world, really, because I think we consider it to be an American league, an American sport, really.
Not anymore. It's global now.
Not anymore, boy. We'll be right back here with your NBA champion, Tim Duncan, ladies and gentlemen.
Join us again tomorrow for Dave and his guests, Mark Wahlberg, actor and director Ben Falcone, and hooray for the riffraff. Visit cbs.com/Late Show to watch Fish live on Letterman. Fish's exclusive online concert from the Ed Sullivan Theater can be streamed on demand. I'll say it one more time. Aluminum.
Yeah. This is nice. You in the off season, do you spend any time with other guys in the league, other guys not on the Spurs?
I work on a little bit with some different guys. We have a great gym that we run in San Antonio in the summertime, and over the last couple of years, guys have found their way down to kind of work out with me and the rest of the gym there.
Do you have a relationship with like Kobe Bryant off court or LeBron James off court? Do you know these guys personally?
I know of them. Yeah, I've heard, but I don't not personally.
No, the names don't ring a bell. 5 championship rings, 2 MVP awards, 3 final MVPs, 14-time All-Star. I mean, any one of these. Rookie of the year. Boy, that the game when the air conditioning went out. Now, who was responsible for that? Was that Popovich?
I don't know. I cannot comment on that.
You know exactly.
No, I can't comment on that.
And the LeBron James with the cramps and so forth. As a player, you have to be sympathetic to that.
Oh, absolutely. I am. Absolutely am. I had that same thing happen to me years back in the Game 7. So I know it wasn't a joke. Obviously, we just wanted to win the game. We weren't worried about what's happening to him. But we'll take it how we can get it.
Yeah, and so now, and I'm not telling you how to run your life because you've done a pretty good job. But you win the championship. You've done it 5 times. I don't know how old you are, but you're well. You and I are about the same age,
Basically.
Did you think about, well, maybe I'll announce my retirement after when we win the 5th?
I did. I thought about calling it a year and calling it a career, and but I felt I could at least do one more year. I felt I was still effective. I felt I could still play and help the team.
There you go. You still stay in touch with David Robinson?
I do. I see David a lot.
Yeah.
David always comes to the games, and
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, and let's just say now one day you decide to stop playing. What do you see yourself as doing? What? Your father, of course, that's a huge job. But what would you like to do after the playing is finished?
You know what? I honestly have no idea. Pop keeps talking to me about coaching or being around basketball, and I'm not sold on that yet. I love cars, and I have a car shop, and I mess with that a little bit.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
but I mean, here's what if I were a player, I mean, how many games do you play a year? There's preseason, then there's the 82-game season, and then there's the playoff schedule. I mean, you're virtually no time off. And then throw in the Olympics every 4 years.
Yeah.
And they're talking about now winter basketball, so that will be every 2 years in the Olympics. It would be the travel that I think would be the toughest part of the game.
Yeah, well, we're taken care of, so we travel pretty well. But the schedule's a grind. It is a grind, and but it's something you get used to.
This is great. You know what this guy did here? He just said, and I specify what I think is the most difficult part of it, and he adheres to the theory: no whining on the yacht. Right there. Okay. Now, the NBA asked me to present the trophy to you. Oh my God, my back! There you are.
Oh, thank you. How about that?
Tim Duncan, ladies and gentlemen. Great pleasure to meet you, Tim.
Oh, great.
Great pleasure. Thank you very much. We'll be back with fish, everybody. Nice going. Our next guests are